Apparently, Drake fans are cooking Drake. How's it going, Ya Tu Sabes community and YouTube? It's your boy JTomReactions, and I'm back with another edition of JTomReactions. Yo! Motherfuckers freshly graduated, yo! And I'm back like fucking Terminator from Terminator 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Yo! Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Yeah. Apparently Drake is getting clowned by his own fans. What does that mean? It means everything. That tells me everything I need to know. Yo EQ has this video for us. Drake is getting cooked by his fans and by streamers. I'm going to leave the link in the description so that way you guys can go ahead and take a look at that video. Also, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Also, I have a Twitch. I'm going to start going and live streaming on there soon. Don't know when yet, but I will start streaming on there. I'm not just going to be doing hip hop reactions. I'm going to be doing a lot more than that. I wasn't just sitting down on my ass during this hiatus. I was working in the background trying to figure out what exactly I want to do, but it's on there. Same handle as YouTube, JTomReactions. Y'all go ahead and check that out. Also, go ahead and hit that hype button for me. Now, for all the people that have subbed up on Twitch, Cammy Bug, Raina Rave 1, Sweet Cookies, Twin Khalifa 88, On Deck Gaming, Ravens Eden 112, and Baby Love 702. And for all the people that just subbed up a couple of days ago, last week, D King, salute to you, man. Let's fucking go. Shout out to y'all. Now, Yo EQ, tell us what these Drake fans are talking about, Iceman. Let's fucking go.
Alrighty, guys, welcome back. It's your boy EQ, and up next we have all the fallout from Drake's 3 albums. And guys, the streamers have turned their back on Drake, and the fans are calling the overwhelming amount of underwhelming music either mid or trash. Even DJ Academics himself fell asleep listening to this, and we already have some pretty big publications giving it a not-so-glowing review. But when you have your biggest cheerleader, the one screaming at the top of his lungs about how much of a classic this album was going to be, and that this was going to be the project that was going to make everyone change their minds about you, and he falls asleep, yeah, that truly says it all.
If you guys get this to 100 likes, I will do a brutally honest review on Iceman. I will go ahead and listen to it. I don't want to, but I will go ahead, listen to it, all 3 albums, and I will give a brutally honest review. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, I will give my review of it. I'm not going to listen to the songs because I don't want to get clipped, but I will give a brutally honest review. All right? Get this to 100 likes and I will. Let's fucking go. Let's continue.
These people set impossible expectations, 3 albums filled with filler. But does the quality of the work actually surprise you? I've been saying this for quite some time. What has Drake dropped over the past year and a half that was convincing anyone that this project was going to be a classic? And Aiden Ross, all those songs that you said weren't going to be on this project were absolutely on this project. I do get why he dropped all this music and divided it up into 3 projects. We've seen playlist style quote-unquote albums. To me, this much music is not an album, guys. It's for all intensive purposes a playlist. And when people do this, it's an obvious attempt to game the streaming system to go and inflate sales. And Drake splitting it up into 3 projects has a few theories already, including that he did this to fulfill his deal. I'm definitely going to wait until that's proven fact.
Not only that, but I also have my own theory of why he dropped 43 tracks. I think he dropped 43 tracks to try, and if one song can at least hit and make it into the Billboard 100 and make number 1, he will essentially be 1 away from Mike or 2 away from Mike, or he will surpass Michael, right? So that, I think that's what his goal was. And that's the reason why he has Michael Jackson's glove on the Iceman project. So that's my theory on it. But let's continue.
But do you guys really think artists haven't tried this before and try to drop like 5 albums in one day? Labels do not want you releasing 3 to 4 albums in one drop and getting out earlier. They want to be able to extend these projects to make even more money over the long term. And that's just speaking from my experience in the music industry, guys. I've been signed as a producer for 5 years now. I'm going on my 6th. So to me, it's still possible that only one of these actually counted towards his deal, and this was just an ego-motivated move. Because now you can go and say, hey, I dropped 3 albums and they were all top 3. And it's pretty much a fact that Drake dropping one album with 40 on it will have less sales than the totals of 3 separate projects combined. You're effectively tripling your totals in not the most ethical way. It's obviously not illegal, but you can go and do it. Because I know Drake isn't going to say he did 300K, 400K, and then another project at 200K. He's going to add them all up and omit the fact that they all overlap. 3 projects, but people are obviously listening to it as if it's one project, just different chapters. And guys, really ask yourself, is any one record dominating the conversation? Because it would definitely be crazy if Drake drops 40 records and none of them take the #1 spot. And I'm not talking about the album.
Hey, that would be crazy. And see, I thought with 23 or if he would have gone with 21 tracks, he could have gone like even with 21 tracks, you can still get into the Billboard 100 if you take your time and actually write good music. Over flooding people's ears with 43 tracks, and it's obvious what you're trying to do. You're trying to get into the #1 spot somehow. One of those songs, in your opinion, is going to be good to make that #1 spot. But 43 tracks is not a good ratio if a lot of the songs are skips. I'm just saying, if a lot of the songs are skips, how are you going to get into the Billboard 100? How? I don't understand. Like, unless you're botting, you know? But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Leave it in the comment section. Let's continue. Let's go.
Album charts, because that's pretty much guaranteed, but an actual #1 single, something that has eluded him for like almost 2 years now at this point. Drake at the end of the day should have really grabbed the best 10 to 15 songs and crafted a much better single project. And yeah, drop Lucy's every once in a while. The dude loves to do that. But quantity over quality has been Drake's MO for a long time. And just to see the other side of a coin, let's look at somebody like
yeah, it's like this. How many songs, and I dare you guys to go and take a look at this for yourselves. But you can go search it on Google. How many tracks does Drake have compared to the amount of tracks that Kendrick has dropped? If you look at the comparisons, Drake has dropped more music than Kendrick. But if you also look, if you take a look at the quality of the music, Kendrick has more classic albums. Good Kid, Mad City, goddamn. Section 80, that was a good one. Damn, that was a good one. Mr. Morale, that was a good one. I'm just saying, like, there's more quality work as compared to somebody that is just overfeeding you bullshit, as I would like to say, bullshit, and just not giving you the music that you need, as opposed to the music that you want, as opposed to the music that you need. I don't know if that makes sense, but let's continue.
Kendrick Lamar, he's in the studio like a 9 to 5. We've heard this from so many people. The guy's always recording. Probably has more records in the tuck than Drake ever recorded, sitting on some hard drive, or hard drives in plural, obviously. So do you really think that he can't drop every 6 months to a year? He absolutely can, but dude takes his time.
And that is true because, okay, I know I keep stopping, and if you guys want to take a look at this video uninterrupted, the link will be in the description. It always is. You guys can go and hit that link. Somebody said that Kendrick Lamar recorded 98 tracks for GNX. Imagine if GNX was longer. GNX was how many tracks? 12? Imagine if GNX was longer. He would have had more songs on the Billboard, but he compressed it into the best 12 songs of what he recorded. It's just the comparisons are like apples to oranges, quality versus quantity. What is better? Would you rather have more songs or more quality songs that you can hear over and over and over and over again? I have a lot of favorite songs from Kendrick Lamar. I can't say the same for Drake. Like, it's being oversaturated with music and none of it is good. It's like 43 songs of blah, you know? Let's continue.
Time to craft a very cohesive project with a clear theme with the early thought out intention. And that's what stands the test of time. That's truly what makes music great. It's not about how many numbers you did. Do people really bring that up years from now when we are out here analyzing the actual music? It's about the art. And I would really love you guys to let me know in the comments if you guys think this project will be brought up in a few years, but just in terms about how good it was, not the shenanigans and the many missteps along the way. And also, do you guys see a lot of these records on the charts in like 2 months? I'm interested in also hearing what you guys think about that, because that's also going to be really telling. What has dropped over the past year that really has stuck on the charts for longer than a few?
And I do think if Drake gets on the charts, it was because the songs got overinflated with bots. My personal opinion. You don't take it as the gospel, but that's what my personal opinion. And I don't need to hear the project to actually think that, because I have everybody else's reactions to it. I've gone and I've looked at a couple of Drake fans' reactions, and they don't like it. The unbiased opinions, because there's a lot of biased opinions, right? The unbiased opinions are the ones that will actually tell you what they're thinking. And a lot of Drake fans right now do not like the project.
Few weeks anyway. So enough dilly-dallying, let's jump right into these posts and videos where we have the fallout from Drake's 3 albums that he dropped. And guys, again, the streamers have turned their back on him, even if they don't want to admit it, because their reactions say it all. And also, the fans are calling the overwhelming amount of underwhelming music either mid or trash. With, again, DJ Academics falling asleep yet again, guys. And these projects definitely feel like when politicians release like thousands of pages of material to create a paralysis by analysis. And guys, again, this isn't the first time Academics has fallen asleep to Drake music. Alrighty, guys, let's jump into the first post. Over here is captioned his own fans laughing at him. What the fuck, Drake? And we're not talking about stans because they're going to cope and move the goalposts on anything, even if they don't have the facts. But fans have been complaining about the direction Drake's music has been taking for, honestly, for at least the last year. They are tired of the dude whining, and they just want the dude to make the music that they've grown to love from him.
Right.
Up to the clip. Already, without even hitting play, you can see that they're totally underwhelmed. Yeah, and I'm obviously going to keep the music out, but yeah, the reactions say it all, dude. These are Drake fans. These aren't necessarily Kendrick Lamar fans or Drake haters. These are his fans.
Baby mama ain't even post a single damn.
Very, honestly, the whole album sounded very uninspired. Yeah. Oh, look at that. They can only point out one line that actually calls to them. All right, over here we have Blackboy Max disagreeing with the chat, comparing the mixed reactions to Drake's recent albums, Iceman, Habibti, and Maid of Honor to Playboi Carti's Whole Lotta Red. It is kind of a different scenario because Carti actually changed his sound for this. Up into this clip.
I expected this. Yo, did anyone expect this outcome? I didn't expect this shit at all, bro. It ain't even that bad.
Obviously
it's
let
not,
down.
That is bad. The
It's
music's
mid,
not
it's
bad.
average.
It's just...
All right. When you have had the last 2 years that Drake has pretty much inflicted on himself, you would have had to have known that your next solo project, because the Sexy Songs for You was technically a duo project, but it's pretty obvious that your next project was going to be the most scrutinized. It was going to be probably the most important one of your career. So if you're out here just releasing a lot of filler and you're releasing a lot of tracks that really honestly could have came out in 2018, you're not going to lie to me and say that some of these records weren't recorded 4 years ago because they sound like it. A lot of the records blended together, and that can be due to like a plethora of reasons. He doesn't have the same writers. Maybe he's having to do a lot of it on his own now. But when you have...
And from what I've heard, it sounds like most of the lines were written by AI. And I'm not even joking. I've seen it from a couple of people actually saying that. That's crazy. It's crazy that this is where we are in hip hop, right? But I wouldn't even consider Drake hip hop. That shit is pip hop. Like I don't know what the fuck that is, but it's not. Drake is not hip hop. And it was made relatively clear to me whenever he decided to sue for a battle that he decided to participate in. That's crazy. Let's go.
Have an album that is this pivotal to your career, to the perception people have of you. Take your time with it and don't just drop 80 songs and hope that something sticks, man.
80 songs.
I don't even know what the word is because it's not ass. Nigga said a whole lot of red effect. I hate when y'all say that shit. That shit got me so tight. You sound retarded, my nigga. Bro, when Whole Lot of Ray drop, this nigga Carti changed his whole entire sound and it threw niggas so fucking off that niggas was saying, what the fuck is this? That's not what this project is.
It's jarring.
Niggas is listening to this and then they'll be like, what the fuck is this? Because they're like, bro.
They're underwhelmed. They're bored. Again, these people have set these crazy ass expectations that this album was never going to reach. The songs that he has been dropping over the past year have been fading off the charts as quickly as they came on.
Bro, we just heard Sexy Red say, one cheek this time,
that-
two cheeks this time. What
that
the
was
fuck
trash.
is you talking about? It's not the same thing, bro.
And there was definitely a lot of that on this album. I mean, look at 21's hook, man.
At all. You can't really like compare it.
And what's crazy to me is a lot of these Drake fans are getting older. You expect for somebody, you expect to grow with the music, and you expect the artist to grow with you. But if the artist isn't growing with you, you just stop listening to that artist completely, because you can't see why the artist is sounding differently to you when he's been doing the same thing for 10, 15 plus years. It's just like, I'm trying to figure out an artist that just faded away from me. I can't even think. Drake, he's perfect example. Whenever Nothing Was the Same came out, that was the last one that I heard. I grew away from his type of music. I just grew, and I didn't like vibe music that much anymore. I started getting into lyricism, and like people like Lupe Fiasco, people like Talib Kweli, people like Mos Def. I started going down a rabbit hole listening to all these different artists, like people like Nas. I started liking lyricism, and the fact that Drake has been sounding the same for all these years is like he just never grew as an artist, never grew as a person. Like he's the same fucking person. Let's continue.
You can't compare it. Like, it's not comparable. The one thing you could compare it,
He's let
that is a
down.
bar. I don't think that song that bad.
And this
bro.
guy is a Drake fan.
I expected it.
Yeah, man. Definitely two different scenarios when we are looking at Playboi Carti's album and these Drake projects. These Drake projects sound like the dude's been making the same songs for like the last 10 years. And if
Right.
that wasn't bad enough for people, now he's whining on those records about Kendrick Lamar still. All right, here we have academics falling asleep while listening to Drake.
And before we get to Act falling asleep, before we get to that, I just want to say, like, the dude even said it a lot of years ago. If I ever lose a battle, that'll be, like, he's never going to forget that shit. He said it himself. He's going to burn the bitch down. That's what he said. I don't know the exact lyrics, but Drake has said that in the past. If he ever loses, he's going to do that. What do you think he's doing? You get your ass beat, and you decide to sue the person that beat your ass. Well, he's not suing Kendrick. He's suing the music label for allowing Kendrick the creative expression to say whatever the fuck you wanted to say, right? And now you're trying to take away the freedom, which is why I'm saying that you're not hip hop. This is like, if you were hip hop, you wouldn't be as butthurt. You would be a competitive person. That doesn't sound very competitive to me. It just sounds like you're always in your feels and you don't know how to take a loss. This all could have been like a whole different fucking project. Like, you could have gone and actually talked about something, but you decided to make most of your songs about dissing Kendrick subliminally. You said his name once, but not really. You said Dot, but you didn't really say his name. And if you think that if Kendrick does answer, you're not gonna, like, it's gonna be a fucking kill shot.
It's crazy that this is like the third time this is.
Do you guys think that Kendrick is gonna respond? Leave it in the comment section. If you guys got this far, all right, leave it in the comment section.
Happened. Yeah, and I'm gonna definitely mute the music, guys, because they are claiming a lot of this stuff. He's underwhelmed, dude. You cannot tell me that you're excited about this project when you're acting like this. And also, you can't tell me that he's like this because he's tired, because the guy is definitely streaming at these hours, basically daily. He's underwhelmed, dude. Dozing off, bro.
Yeah.
Again, the music sounded really uninspired. Your Rage gives his overall review of Drake's new Iceman, Habibti, and Maid of Honor. I think my hype for it was more than how actually good it was. I feel like that was the case for most people, at least like the Drake fans and the Drake stans. But you were being sold this theory that this was going to be a classic just because academics said it and Maul said it. And it's crazy because we were definitely seeing in real time how much of a non-classic this album was going to be. I don't know if a lot of it is for me. And yeah, it seems like Drake, and this is another thing a lot of Drake fans have been saying, they feel like he's not making the music for them anymore. And I actually posted this to my ex, and it's actually doing really well right now, but this project should have just been entitled Kendrick Lamar.
The Drake album, from what I've listened to, I think my hype for it was more than how good it actually was. You know?
When you're promoting this project for like over a year, close to 2 years now at this point. That's naturally what's going to happen,
Right.
especially when you have people like Maul and academics blowing it up.
No.
And see, you feel like this. You would feel like this if you get disappointed by the album. You're disappointed by the album because you grew. You legit grew as a person. And now, you see what I mean? Like, you don't like the music anymore. He's been making the same exact music for 15 years. But you are now like, you were expecting something different. The expectation that Drake was setting or telling people to set wasn't what you guys received. You guys received a whole totally different project, and that's what made you guys disappointed.
The Iceman.
They did a
tracks,
major disservice
the
to it.
CD side. The Iceman side was cool. Few songs I like. A few songs I got to go back and re-listen to. I might download maybe. But that could just be right now. It could grow on me this weekend or something.
A few
but
songs
I
from
don't know
43.
And this was
God
definitely
damn.
the case for a lot of Drake fans when it came to Scorpion. It definitely had to grow on some people, but I don't really think that's the case here. I just think people aren't connecting with the music.
A lot of it is for me, you know? And that's okay. It might just not
It's
be
not
for
connecting
me.
to it.
You feel me? Because if it was for me and I
be
honestly just
excited.
don't like it, then I'd probably... How many songs is there? 40, 41? Probably like 10 for
Same.
41, 12 for 41.
10 out of
But
41
I ain't
is
really finished
not-
it, so I can't.
Yo, that is not a good ratio. That is not a good ratio. 10 songs out of 43. Quality versus quantity. Which one are you going to do? You could have just had the 10 song and just made that the album, right? As opposed to oversaturating what it was that you were trying to do. Oversaturating the Kendrick Lamar distance. Where was that energy whenever you were going against Kendrick? Where was that? I'm just saying. Where was that energy at? Like, it's too late already. It's been 2 years. You lost. Get over it.
41 is actually below mid.
Say that. I ain't finished the sides, the party side yet, you know? Still gotta finish that.
When an album really is that good, it's like when you have a great movie. You will sit through a 2 to 3 hour movie if it is great, if it's a masterpiece. Now, if you're just watching some average shit, you want to be out in an hour and a half at the most, right? Agent couldn't help but laugh during, and this is another guy that was so excited about these projects. You can't tell me that the dude was excited listening to this.
Hot as hell, running out of soda.
Yeah, Drake, we're definitely tired of this shit too. Yeah, dude, he's clowning it. Obviously, he's not rocking with it. And again, this is one of the people that has been so excited about this project and been pretty vocal about it. When Drake announced on the stream that he was dropping the 3 projects, this guy was ecstatic about it. A lot of people were let down, man. And by people, I mean Drake fans.
Right.
Right? Oh, yeah. Definitely big shout out to Certified Boogeyman, big friend of the channel. And yeah, let's actually look at him vibing to GNX.
It was only right for me to let it go.
He's bopping.
I prayed it was the edibles. Is crazy.
Well, never mind.
Literally a complete reversal from the way he was acting about GNX.
Oh,
And this doesn't
shit.
surprise me one
Oh
iota,
man,
guys.
the differences between when he was listening to GNX and now. God damn, bro. Academics, you're low key a Kendrick fan, bro. Just admit it. Just admit it. You're being paid. We see it. We see it. Just admit it.
Guys, how many streams did we watch where Academics himself was questioning what the hell Drake was doing? He was not very excited about most of the records other than like, what did I miss that came from those streams? So yeah, I totally expected this too, even though Ack was trying to convey the opposite. All right. Post over here, my opinion hasn't changed from years ago. His actual rapping ability regressed into remedial nonsense when he lead into writing lines for IG captions instead of storytelling. And that's definitely a great point. But I've also been saying that the dude's rapping ability, his rhyme schemes have definitely gotten a lot simpler. Now, whether it's him not having the same writers or just him being lazy in the studio, but you're not going to convince many people that the dude hasn't regressed. Whereas you look at somebody, and I hate to keep bringing them up, but these people will always be compared to each other. But if we actually look at Kendrick Lamar's career, the dude has seemingly gotten better throughout the years, not worse, man.
Right.
Whether lyrically or just
Yeah, he evolved with his music. He evolved with his storytelling. He evolved with everything else. Like, you don't, like, again, it's like comparing apples to oranges. Like, they're not the same. They're fruit, but they're not the same fruit. It's like comparing garlic to onions. Essentially, they're both, you know, they're both, what's that word? The cooking word? What is that word? Oh man, they give off an aroma. You use it to make the food taste good, but essentially it's not the same. They don't taste the same. I'm just saying, like, one of them makes better music and the other one is just there for basic complaining, making you dance type of shit. That's all he does. That's all he's been doing since he first started. Complaining about the girl that he didn't get, complaining about so and so taking the girl away from him. Like, he's been the same person for 15 years, as opposed to Kendrick. Kendrick talks about his life and how he's gotten better and how you can become better. That's who Kendrick is. He makes you think. He makes you look for puzzles that he's left. Makes you believe he's a time traveler. That's the type of shit that Kendrick Lamar does. That's the type of person that Kendrick Lamar is. He takes time with his raps. He doesn't let AI write his music for him. He doesn't let other people mess with his creative expression. That's the difference between both artists. But if you guys, it's been 30 minutes. If you guys want to watch this video uninterrupted, I'm gonna leave the link in the description. Yo EQ, I appreciate you for this video, taking the time and doing the research and all this shit today. I did not have the time, but the link will be in the description. Final thoughts. What do I think of Drake's fans, talking shit about the album, giving their opinions about it? I think that, number one, Drake could have tried a little harder. He could have put more effort into the album. You're trying to win back your fan base after Kendrick Lamar essentially destroyed it. You have been taking scrutiny from your fan base, and your fan base has been taking scrutiny by the rest of the people. You want to give them a good project, and what you gave them wasn't. You gave them oversaturated music, and that's essentially what they got, and they're upset about it, right? That's exactly that. What do I think about it? I think that you could have done better. That's all. I haven't heard it yet. Again, if you guys want me to review, I will go and take one for the team and listen to it. I will go and listen to all 3 projects, and I will come back, not break down each song, but like give you a review of each song and what I thought about each song. 100 likes will get that. Let me know what you guys thought of this video. This has been your boy JTomReactions. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your family and friends. Also, hit that hype button for me. It's very important that you guys hit that hype button for me, so that way YouTube can put me in the algorithm. Also, share with your family and friends, and comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of this video. This has been your boy JTomReactions. I'm out this bitch. Ya tu sabes. You guys already know. Let's fucking go. Drake, you could do better, man. I don't listen to you, but I know that you can. Listening to, the songs that you did back in the day, like when you first started and were actually putting effort in, I think that you could. Will you, though? Will you put in effort? That's a real question. I don't know. I don't think you will. But this has been your boy JTomReactions. I'm out this bitch. Ya tu sabes. You guys already know. Let's fucking go.